Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Wanted to go through two articles here with you, two good articles that have some really good information in it, and I didn't want you guys to walk past it. All right, the first article is telling you what they're going to do, kind of in the next session of Parliament going forward. It tells you how they're going to resume meetings with the interrogation file and introduce the broken laws. Remember, the broken laws were those controversial laws that they spoke of just last Monday. There were two misleading articles, though. One article said they had 50 laws remaining. The second article said they had 150 laws remaining. Okay? So the first highlight here says the activation of the interrogation file as well as the presentation of the laws that have not been passed. Okay, guys? So I want you to pay close attention to this. I don't know if you realized, but what they're telling you here is they're actually advancing from pre-rate change steps to post-rate change steps. So again, they're telling you they're advancing to post-rate change steps. And remember how just as of last weekend, they pretty much told you they had to take a two-week break. Guys, they're telling you with all this stuff, with all their actions, they have nothing left to do. I hope you see that with the way I'm describing it to you. Okay? They told you they need a 2-week break. But they also told you now they're working on post-rate change steps, which are these laws, because these laws include Article 140 and the HCL in this basket of laws. This basket of laws has been outstanding for the entire 10 years I personally have been in this. Okay, let's go to the next highlight. It says the House of Representatives had wasted a lot of time without achieving the most important legislation that should be passed. Now, they're actually misleading you with this. See how they told you? Notice how I've kept telling you? They just told you here that they wasted a lot of legislative time in the last parliamentary term or legislative term. Guys, they didn't waste time. They had nothing to do. Remember how I told you on Tuesday, I did a long video Tuesday morning for you, and I said they had very few sessions of Parliament and only got a small amount of tasks complete because they had only a few remaining steps left. They didn't have much left to do. That's why they're telling you right here that they wasted a lot of time in the last parliamentary session, guys. Do you see everything I tell you? Everything I tell you guys comes out in print. I hope you see that. Okay, the next one says he ruled out the implementation of the decision to exclude some parliamentary figures because of corruption. Here they're shooting themselves in the foot and countering themselves, because there's been a few articles recently that said, oh yeah, we're going after corrupt parliamentary figures not doing their job. Here they're telling you that they're ruling that out, that they're actually not going after parliamentary corruption. Yeah, go figure. Then the last highlight says next Parliament session will be on the date of the 14th of September. Okay, so the very next session of Parliament will be on September. Again, I'm just kind of reviewing. They also told us they're ruling out excluding corrupt parliamentary figures. Okay, and then the House, right above that, they told you that in the last parliamentary term that they wasted a lot of time getting nothing done. But didn't I tell you they had nothing left to do? And that's also why they told you they had a 2-week break from Parliament this week and next week. And then they also told you that the next thing they're going to do is work on those controversial laws ranging anywhere from 50 to 150 laws, because they've told us both. Who knows how many of that's, what number and that's correct. But guys, those are post-rate change laws. So at one point they're telling you, yeah, we need to take a 2-week break, but they're also telling you when we resume Parliament, we're going to tear into post-rate change laws. Guys, they're telling you from 50 directions they have nothing left to do. Okay, I hope you see that as clear as day. So I wanted to go through that. The last article, this is important. Most businesses or countries don't forgive debt. Okay, but here it says, with the Arab support, Iraq signs a memorandum to forgive 70% of its private debt. So basically, let's go through these highlights right here. It says Iraq gets an exemption for debts owed by it within the support fund for Arab countries. Okay? Then the second highlight says the Iraqi Foreign Ministry said in a statement that it signed a memorandum of understanding, an MOU, with the General Secretariat of the League of Arab States, including the exemption of Iraq from 75% of its debts. Okay, guys, these groups would not forgive Iraq's debt if they somehow did not have their foot and their hands within Iraq's money. I promise you, they have Iraq's money, and they're doing something here to get this. They're getting compensated from another angle or direction, and that's why Iraq's debt is being forgiven. This is all huge information, and that's why I wanted to share it with you. I will narrate these articles and put them after this video for you. Take care, guys, and have a great evening.
Al Marbid Deputy, Parliament will resume its meetings with the interrogation file and introduce broken laws. September 5, 2019 Policy, Security and Economy. Member of Parliament Jassim al-Bakhtadi announced that the agendas of the sessions of the House of Representatives that will start with the start of the next legislative term and scheduled after the 10th of Muharram Haram will witness the activation of the interrogation file, as well as the presentation of some of the laws that have not been passed later as the federal court law. Al-Bakhtadi said in a statement to Al Marbid that the Parliament should overcome the mistakes that accompanied the last legislative term, since the House of Representatives had wasted a lot of time without achieving the most important legislation that should be passed. He ruled out the implementation of the decision to exclude some parliamentary figures because of corruption, despite the allusion to some of those figures in the media, stressing that alliances and some other influences changed the activation of the law in this aspect. It is noteworthy that MP Falih Al-Zayedi has announced in a previous statement to the Al Marbid that the date of the next Parliament session in its second legislative term will be on 14 of the month of September. With Arab support, Iraq signs a memorandum to forgive 75% of its private debt. September 5, 2019. Iraqi Foreign Policy, Arab League. September 5, 2019, 13 hours, 8 minutes, and 28 seconds. Iraq gets an exemption for debts owed by it within the support fund for Arab countries. The Iraqi Foreign Ministry said in a statement that it signed a memorandum of understanding with the General Secretariat of the League of Arab States, including the exemption of Iraq from 75% of its debts within the support funds provided to Arab countries. She added that the memorandum also included the scheduling of the remaining and payment of his contributions to the budget of the General Secretariat of the Arab League.